Good morning. I'm back. This is episode 2 of Carmartrus Strong. Please continue to join in to sip on this tea. If you're hearing it, it launched January 7th. You're just getting the episodes of Carmartrus Strong with more to come. But this is episode 2 of Carmartrus Strong. So, we're now at the hospital. They have run all these tests. They got the biopsy done. Of course, they fought to get the IV into my son's, into him. His veins are weak. So that means they're struggling trying to find a vein. And finally, they found one in his foot. He's 8. They find one in his foot, and get the IV in, get the biopsy done. They've called us back in to give us the results. Well, actually, they have us go home. This is right before the Thanksgiving holiday, so we go home. They said we'll have the results by Monday, because we're going to have our doctors look over them. They're going to look and tell us, and then we're going to send it off to the university so they can have a look at it so we can be sure what to diagnose this to be. So Carmartrus already has a scheduled appointment on Tuesday with his primary doctor, which is our doctor together. So we go in to her. This is my doctor again that knows that I like things straight. Don't give me no crap. Don't try to beat around the bush. Give it to me straightforward. So we get back there. His appointment is on Tuesday. Go and see her. And mind you, y'all, I almost canceled that appointment because I don't need, and I've heard so much, it's been so much and so overwhelming already that I don't want to go back to the doctor. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want to hear nothing else in regards to my baby at this moment. We're getting ready to go into our Thanksgiving holiday. We're getting ready to eat some good food. And I'll wait till after the holidays. But of course, because she knows me, and she knows that if I had found out she had this information and she withheld it, waiting for someone else to tell me that doesn't know me as well as getting to know me, she know I'd have felt some type of way. So, what she does is she tells me, she says, so what did they tell you about the biopsy? And I was like, they hadn't told me anything. They just told me the results wouldn't be back until Monday after the holiday. But, whatever. And she was like, well, they already have the diagnosis in here from our doctor, our doctors that we use here in the hospital. Okay. What you got? It's osteosarcoma. What is osteosarcoma? I ask. She says, that's the type of bone cancer. It's rare. She goes to tell me all these things, and I'm like, huh? So you telling me my 8-year-old has cancer? Doc, how am I going to tell my husband? Every time I come, you keep giving me this news, and I got to go home and I got to tell this man. That his 8-year-old son has bone cancer. So I go through get myself together because I can't cry right now because my son is here. And he says, Mom, I see you a cafeteria in your eye. What's wrong? As I'm sitting there with the doctor. I said, oh, nothing, baby. And he says to me, I hate my leg is hurting, Mommy, because it makes you cry. He thinks it's his fault that his mommy's crying. But I must say he's my son. Because rather than bog somebody with my problems, I'd rather they not happen. If it's me that's causing you any pain, I'm sorry. Because that's exactly what he said to me. I'm sorry, Mommy, that my leg hurts because it makes you cry. And I don't like to see you cry. And I say to him, son, it's okay. Mommy is fine. We just want to make sure that your leg is all right. We got to make you better. So I get myself together in front of my son because I don't want him to feel sad about his leg bothering him. Something that he has no control over. Because he clearly doesn't understand what has happened. So I get myself together. I get ready to go and tell my husband. And I go through this stage, you guys, of being upset. And it's like that he's been telling me for so long that his leg was hurting. Did I miss something? Am I a bad parent because I didn't listen? Am I bad because I was telling him, oh, baby, it's just growing pains. So, oh, you hurt your leg while you was playing ball. To know that this thing is growing inside my son. And I didn't help him. And for him to tell me that he's in pain. And I didn't help him. Okay, y'all, this is not a pity party. It's not. It's just my emotions are coming back out right now as I just relive the moment of how my son had to be in pain, how much pain he was in, and I would never want him to go through any pain and I not help him or try to help him. So it's not a pity party. It's just my emotions acting up. So, please forgive me. I get to, we go through our Thanksgiving holiday and I'm looking at my son and he's enjoying himself and I'm still having to give him medication. And y'all, I tell you, right after that happened on a Wednesday night, right as I was getting ready to prepare my Thanksgiving dinner, I went out and I'm shopping, getting things for my dinner. And my daughter calls me because my son is at home with her. And we gave him his medication as to the regimen that we were following prior to the hospital. Of course, by now he's had his biopsy, so they went in and they've irritated that tumor. So, after doing this, when they did it, of course, by them irritating it, me not thinking, or they didn't increase the dose. They told me, though, before I left, if he became in any pain, give them a call. They would, send for me some more morphine. And it has to be serious if they sent me home with morphine. They sent me home with morphine to give my child. So, she called me while we were out and we was on our way home at this time because we was about done with our shopping. Because we know it's time for him to get his medicine again. So, we come home and when I tell y'all, it tore through me like the sharpest knife you could ever have. I can't think of anything sharper than a scalpel, but just like a scalpel. When I say that tore through me, to hear my son up there screaming in pain, screaming in pain. Now my son, he will cry, but he was screaming as if somebody was up there literally poking him with a knife or shooting him. Just whatever you could think of that would make a child scream to the top of his lungs the way he was screaming. That's what I heard when I came through my door. Guys, I ran upstairs. I got my baby and I held him. I got that doctor on the phone. Said we need to increase this medication. Do something, because if not, he's headed back to the hospital. And we'll spend Thanksgiving in the hospital. She went in her closet, y'all, to talk to me because she had just got home to her family. She went in her closet away from her family to talk to me and tell me what I needed to do. She was calling in an emergency order. Give him what you have now, and I'm going to call in an emergency order for you to get some more medication that he can hold off till the weekend, through the holiday. If it doesn't hold, if it doesn't work, I'll meet you at the hospital. All right. She gets on the phone. She calls her team. Her team gets that medication there for me. I'm there to pick it up. I get back home, give it to my child, and he's fine. We get through Thanksgiving. He's eating, he's laughing, he's enjoying his family. And we go back on Monday after Thanksgiving to get the diagnosis, to be sure that they don't know that I've already gotten it. But I'm getting the second opinion at this time. I get to the hospital. We go to the meeting. They call us in. We're talking to the doctors. They say, "Yes, ma'am. It is osteosarcoma. It is the bone cancer. It's very rare in children and young adults. They go through, they tell me my advantages, my disadvantages. They tell me things that are getting ready to happen. It's not looking good. I'm crying. My husband is holding me. He's holding my hand. Well, mind you, my son is out in the waiting room, the children's waiting room playing. This concludes episode 2 of Carmartrus Strong. Be sure to stay tuned to sip on this tea, because it's about to get real, y'all.